Welcome back. In this video, we're going to go ahead and try and make our turret range selective. Currently what we have is this. I can select it. Awesome, but it never turns off. And what we want, if you recall, is if I click my turret or my tower, then it's selected and it shows the range. But if I click off of it, it no longer shows that tower's range. I want to make it selective only for that tower if I click on it. So, how can I make this unique for each tower? Well, let's go ahead and simplify our workspace a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and delete this tower. We don't need it for now. And let's look at our events. Basically, I need some condition where I would delete this turret range object. So it needs to be another event. Now, I'm just going to try and make this a sub-event. Basically, my logic here is if I click the left mouse button, I'm going to go ahead and delete all the turret range objects. So I click the left mouse button, I'm going to delete all turret range objects. And then, if my cursor touch is on a turret, I'm going to go ahead and create the object range at this position. Only if this is true. Alright. So let's go ahead and try this out. Hey. It works. So we see here that if I click on it, it appears. If I click on this one appears. Awesome. But let's make sure it actually works. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just make some other condition. Let's say common conditions for all objects. Let's see. Let's check the variables of the text of my turret. Well, let's go ahead and just put this on here then. Basically, I always want to delete the object, then create it, and do. See if that works. So it currently works only if I'm selecting another one. Okay, so it seems like what I had before works. This might be what we want. Alright, now there's another way to think about turret range. But let's think about it this way first. If I press my left mouse button down, let's think about this. Which one happens first? Does it check that the cursor touch is on the turret and then do these actions? Or does it check if the left mouse button is down, do the deletion, and then check this condition, and then check these? It's important because we always want to delete this object before we create this turret range object. Imagine if we created it and then just deleted it. So I'm not quite sure which one happens first. Is it check, do, check, do, or is it check, check, do, do? I'm not too sure. But for now, it looks like this kind of works. So I may just keep this for now. Let's think about another way though. What if I want to check if the cursor is on a turret, or if the cursor is not on a turret? Let's go ahead and copy that. Let's add a new event. Let's paste it. Copy. Paste. Alright, so if the cursor is not on a turret, then what do I want to do? I want to delete this object. So let's think about this logic. I click the left mouse button. If my cursor is on the turret, then I'm going to create turret range and give it the range. Else, if my cursor is not on a turret, then I'm going to delete this object turret range. Let's try this one. The logic sounds good, but oh, it's not working. Now why is that? Well, both of these are turrets, right? Both of these are called a turret object. If my cursor is on this turret, then by default it is not on this turret. So this one does run. The cursor touch is on turret. This turret, yep. It's going to create the object turret range at this position and set it to the range. But the reason why we don't see it is because this also takes into effect. Because if my mouse is on this turret, it's not on this turret. And so this is true. And then it'll delete the object turret range that I created right here. So this doesn't work. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back to our original one. Let's just go ahead and leave it like what we had before. I'm going to delete this and have it back to what we had before. I'm going to double check that this works. Awesome. So it seems pretty good for now. So why don't we just go ahead, live with this for now. You can feel free to make a better range, but this looks okay for now. Alright, in the next video, what we're going to have to do next is we're going to have to get this firing range implemented in our actual game. And to do that, we need to make our firing range representative of the actual range that this turret can fire. So if you recall, it starts tracking very early. Right? And I think that was in the events. But that'll be coming up next.